to week 5 of The Bachelorette. This is ReleDate. Let's jump in. So we have some more drama this week, of course, because it's The Bachelorette. We always have some drama. But there's a theme that's kind of been developing over the past several weeks that I wanted to focus on today. With Chris Harrison being gone and there being the tagged show of the new host this season, I want to focus in on Taisha's relationship with Katie because it seems like they've got a good friendship, and I think that can really influence how Katie is going through the show and make it a little bit different because it's not Chris Harrison. So a lot of the research says that your romantic relationships, are highly influenced by people like your friends. A lot of studies have been done about this, especially in adolescence, because that's a really formidable age where they're impressionable, they're forming their personalities, and so it's important to have those peers around you to give feedback. Whether that's a good thing or not, it happens. Whether it's positive feedback or not, it happens. And so with that, we've seen this relationship kind of bud between Katie and Taisha, and I'm not sure what their relationship was like before the show. I'm not sure if they talked at all before the show started, or if this is a relatively new thing of theirs to be communicating throughout the show. But I've noticed that obviously we have Blake that was brought in, and so Taisha saying this is someone that I really trust carries a lot of weight for Katie because of this relationship, because of this friendship that her and Taisha have. So it's really important to touch on. Your friends do matter when you're trying to date other people. Their opinions matter. A lot of times, meeting friends is a really big deal. Obviously, meeting family is a big deal. I know we'll get to that when we get to hometowns, most likely. But meeting friends is a really big deal. And I know that we're not getting to see all of Katie's friend circle or all of the guys' friends circles. But we are getting to see her kind of interact with someone that has been through the process, that is able to give more advice in what Katie is going through. And that's really impacted how Katie is interacting with these men, trying to ask, how did you handle this? What are the things that you did when you were going through this situation? And so similarly, we lean on our friends to kind of fill that role in our own lives. So that's why friends can be so important, is that they can really give us a good perspective of what's going on and what's not. Another way that we've seen this play out in the show is last week when all of the men in the house kind of ganged up and said, look, Thomas is not it. You want to please send him home. And he got sent home. I know we've already talked about that. The other way that I saw friendship really pop up this week that felt really important in terms of just support from each other is when Mike was talking about how it was his wife's birthday the day before. And so that was really striking to see how emotional the rest of the guys got and how it felt like there was a lot of camaraderie there to be able to be supportive of each other. And again, that's important. I realize that these guys in the house, that's not their primary friend group. Or at least I would hope it wasn't their primary friend group. That would make things really awkward. But just being able to be there and supportive of each other is important too, especially when you have this dynamic that you're all thrown in there together. You're all competing for the same person, and yet they've still found ways to be supportive of each other. It's felt very nice in the household to have that support between them, and also with that support from Katie and Taisha and the friendship that they've developed too. So again, this can look very different in your own dating relationships because you're not having forced friends placed on you, but you're able to talk to your friends about who you're dating, about how it's influencing you. And that can be really important. Your friends can often see things that you can't in relationships. See how that you can also see how your friends are being treated by that person that you're dating, which is another very important factor to consider when you yourself are trying to find a partner. So looks like we've got an interesting week ahead. I'll be very curious to see how the dates play out next week because it looks like there's some drama. Again, there's always drama, but it looks like there's some things that are going to come up in this next episode, and can't wait to find out what it is. Yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.